Hey guys, it's Jessica. Today I'm going to share a bake with me video. My family and I will be making some Christmas cookie boxes for our neighbors. We selected 3 different recipes because they were easy drop cookies. Let's get to baking. Okay guys, so we're going to be starting off with the hot chocolate cookies recipe right here. I've got my ingredients, including 3 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour that I sifted, 1 cup of sugar, and then my dry ingredients: 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and 2 teaspoons of baking powder, vanilla, 2/3 cups of brown sugar, and then these are mallow bits, and this is the brand that I used. Okay, next we've got our 1 cup of chocolate chips, and I like to use the Gingerbread 60% cocoa. And we've got 2 eggs, a cup of butter that's softened and unsalted, and then 4 packages of hot cocoa mix, and I use the dark chocolate. The first thing we do is we put the butter into the bowl there.
The whole thing?
The whole thing. You just lift up like this, and then just toss it in like that. Oh, there we go.
That's a big chunk.
Okay, and then we're gonna get the sugar, which is right here, and you're gonna put that in there.
The whole thing?
The whole thing.
No. Like this.
There we go. Okay,
It's like sand.
and then the dark brown sugar.
This one?
This one here. Okay, when you dump it like that.
There we go. Okay, and then. Okay, next we're going to cream the butter and the sugar together for about a minute until it's light and fluffy.
Why can you not just do that? Wait, are you recording?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Dump it right in there.
Yeah, they won't use this. I think you have to add eggs with every single thing.
And then that's vanilla.
Here, hold the vanilla.
And put in
And pour it in, all of it.
a little bit.
There we go.
Holy, holy, holy.
Now that we've added the 2 eggs and vanilla, we're going to turn on the mixer and mix it well. Next, we have our bowl of 3 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour that we sifted, and now we're putting in our other dry ingredients. Okay. I like to set the mixer on the slowest setting, and then we're slowly adding in the dry ingredients into the creamed butter, sugar, eggs, and vanilla. We are now adding our 4 hot cocoa mix packets. This is what gives it its really nice hot cocoa flavor. Now we're going to scrape the paddle in the bowl so that we make sure everything mixes well. Also, this is a dry dough, so don't be afraid of that. They will come out good. Don't add any extra liquids or anything like that. I add in a cup of chocolate chips.
Go for it.
Okay.
Hold on.
My
And then,
Can I have one?
yeah.
You like them?
Okay.
Okay.
Now can you turn it on, Bubba? So here.
Let's turn on to stir, right?
Yeah. Can you go slower?
It's on stir. It's on the lowest.
It's on the lowest.
Is that good?
Yeah.
No, don't. You can't eat it.
Now that our dough is all mixed up, we're going to place it in a different bowl, and we're going to cover it and chill it for at least 30 minutes. It can also be chilled up to 24 hours.
Is this?
All right, so I've taken the dough out of the fridge. It's been chilling for 2 hours. I have a baking sheet here with parchment paper. Make sure to use parchment paper and not wax paper. They're totally different. I've made that mistake before. But yeah, so I have my tablespoon here, and I'm scooping up about 2 tablespoons of dough and kind of forming it into a ball. It's not a perfect little ball either. And I'm going to continue to drop 2 tablespoons of dough, and I'm going to keep them about 2 inches apart on the baking sheet. Yeah. Yeah, those were the good ones. They're over here. They're just extra crunchy. They might be good with like milk or something. Like dip them in milk.
I'm not going to waste any time with that. I'm going to get some coffee.
There you go.
You need some help?
No, I'm good. I don't have a lot of hands that I'm working with, so I'm just kind of taking it slow. All right, now we're ready to put the cookies in the oven to bake. I've preheated the oven to 350 degrees, and I'm going to put the cookies in. We're going to bake them for about 9 to 11 minutes. Okay, so once the cookies come out of the oven, I let them cool on the baking sheet for 5 minutes. And now I'm going to remove them, and I'm going to put them on the wire racks to cool. These cookies smell so delicious. They smell exactly like hot cocoa. All right, next up we have the snickerdoodle cookie, and we have all of our ingredients right here. So we're going to start off with 2 cups of all-purpose flour. I like to sift my flour. I feel like it makes for a lighter cookie. I also have a cup granulated sugar and 3/4 cups or 170 grams of unsalted butter softened. We have 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and then in this little tiny bowl we have 2 teaspoons of cream of tartar, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. So go ahead and put the butter in here. There we go. Next, we're going to cream the butter and sugar together in the standing mixer. We're going to put this on for about 1 minute until it's light and fluffy. And the vanilla.
Vanilla sky.
Okay, and then we're gonna mix it until smooth. Next, we're gonna add the baking soda, cream of tartar, and salt that were in that small little bowl. Next, we're going to add in our flour. We're gonna add that in slowly until our cookie dough forms. All right, so I've already made my dough into 1 tablespoon balls, and on the side I've made a mixture of 1/4 cup granulated sugar with 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon. And now I'm gonna get each one and just roll it around in the sugar and cinnamon mixture. At first, I didn't think that this was gonna be enough cinnamon, but it definitely is. They come out really good, not overpowered by cinnamon. It's just a perfect mixture. Okay, now it's time to put the cookies in the oven. I've preheated the oven to 350 degrees. We're gonna bake these cookies for 10 to 13 minutes. In my oven, it took about closer to 10 minutes. You wanna err on the side of underbaked for best results. The first batch that I took out, I put them in for a little bit longer, closer to the 13 minutes, and they were more like crunchy cookies. All right, so here are the hot cocoa cookies and the snickerdoodle cookies. They're nice and cool now. And I'm just going to sort of focus on the hot cocoa cookie here. It came out so delicious, nice and chunky, and really nice and melty. Chocolate chips, the little marshmallow bits stayed intact and they didn't melt, so that was really cool to see as well. These are probably our favorite cookies out of the 3 that we made. I'll definitely be making these again. So yummy. The snickerdoodle cookies were also really good. But like I said, I overcooked the first batch, so they were crunchy, but they still worked out really, really good with dipped in like milk or coffee. Also, to let you guys know, I used 2 tablespoons of cookie dough while forming the cookies, and I got 24 cookies total of the hot cocoa cookies. And then for the snickerdoodles, I used 1 tablespoon scoops and I got 28 cookies. Okay, so here we have our last cookie, the gingerbread crinkle cookie. I chose this recipe because I wanted to make gingerbread cookies, but I didn't want to have to do the cutouts and the decorating and all that. So here are our ingredients. We've got 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour sifted, 2 teaspoons of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of ground nutmeg, 1 teaspoon of ground ginger, and a teaspoon of cinnamon. We have 1/4 cup of molasses, 3/4 cups of unsalted butter softened, and 1 cup of packed brown sugar. All right, what I'm gonna do next is I'm going to cream the butter and sugar together in my standing mixer. We're gonna set this for about 3 minutes. I forgot to show that there is one egg included in this recipe. So I'm going to go ahead and crack this egg in a separate bowl just in case it's a bad egg. And after that, I'm going to add it to the mixing bowl. While this is going, I'm just going to chat a little bit about some information I learned about molasses. So there's 3 kinds. There's mild, full, and blackstrap. So the mild flavor is typically used for coffees and teas, maybe yogurt, just to add a little flavor. Full flavor would be for like cakes and pies, cookies. And then the blackstrap is best for dishes that are going to be like baked beans, barbecue sauces, and things like that. So what I used today was the full flavor molasses. Now that my wet ingredients are all mixed up, I'm going to go ahead and place a whisk in here and just whisk to combine all the dry ingredients before I put them into the mixer. So I set the standing mixer to the lowest setting possible, and now I'm going to slowly add in my dry ingredients. You want to do this slowly over time, otherwise you might have a big old puff of flour all over the kitchen. Okay, now that I've taken all the dough out, I'm going to go ahead and cover it with some plastic wrap, and then I'm going to chill it for 2 hours. Okay, the dough is now chilled for 2 hours. I've gone ahead and taken it out, and I have a tablespoon here, and I'm just going to make 1 tablespoon cookie dough balls, and go ahead and set those out. Okay, now that I have formed all my cookie dough balls, I'm going to go ahead and roll each one in the powdered sugar. Okay, I have the oven set for 375 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm going to go ahead and put the cookies in, and we're going to bake them for 10 minutes. Alright guys, all the cookies are out of the oven and they have cooled down. Now I have my boxes here. I purchased these tin boxes from Walmart. They were under $2 each, I believe. And I've also cut out some wax paper for the inside of each little box. Alright, now that I have the 3 boxes all ready with the wax paper, I'm going to go ahead and start divvying up the cookies here. I'm splitting them up between the 3 little boxes, and I'm also saving some for us to eat here as well. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and divvy up the cookies off camera, and then I'll come back and show you the end result. Alright, and here is the final result. They came out super cute, and they are ready to go for our neighbors. I hope you enjoyed this bake with me. Thanks for watching. I'll see y'all later. Bye.